2021 season brought with it a record breaking 20. It has never been more important for drivers to peak physical and mental conditions to take on this demanding schedule. The layout of the Austrian
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Formula Worldwide Leagues presents Friday Night Lights. I am your affable host, DonutPuncher 272, joining you live, as always, late on a Friday night here on the East Coast, and we are back, and in a big way, because this week we are in Austria, one of the truly spectacular tracks on the F1 calendar. It's basically a giant go-kart track built up in the mountains. It provides hot racing action, and I am so sure that we're going to have plenty of it here tonight. It's a short formation lap, so let's get to my co-commentator for this evening immediately so we can talk about the beginning of this race. The honorable Massive Noogies. Massive, are you there through all of these technical problems? And if you are, what do you think is going to be happening in tonight's race?
Ooh, tough call. We got Deppy, who took an extremely mighty pole position with a 103.1, if I recall, which is stupid. Fuck that. That's too fast. And no Scarthers for our viewing entertainment. A huge collective sigh of relief from the grid. So, as with any race that Scarthers is not a part of, it's anybody's game.
Well, of course, we have our 5-time winner, Double R Lawrence, in second place here tonight. And that is interesting. If he can overcome Defy up ahead, does Defy truly have the pace over Double R Lawrence, and can he keep it on track with no penalties for 36 straight laps? That really is the question, isn't it? They're all on the hard tires, so this is going to be interesting at the beginning. We're going to get on board with Double R Lawrence and see what happens down into turn one. We have a straight fight with the top four on the same tire. This should be exciting.
As we're waiting for the red lights, twitch.tv/Massive Noogies for those rear camera views.
5 lights on. 5 lights off. LFG. Great start by Double R Lawrence. He is already up the inside of Defy. Is he going to send it? No, he very wisely pulls out, as any guy should. Goes into turn 1 in second place, comes out of turn 1 in second place, but now he's going up the hill. He's going to have a chance. Well, if he wants it, he's not going to have it, but Sketchable's saying he has a chance. He's going to go around the outside of Double R Lawrence, or at least try to, unsuccessfully so far. They're side by side. We have a yellow flag. I haven't heard any noises from Massive, so I'll assume everybody's getting through okay right now. Sketchable has indeed taken second place from Double R Lawrence. Massive has made the sound, so it looks like something has happened back here. It looks like everybody, for the most part, except for Yuki Tsunoda, has made it through the first couple of corners here unscathed. Sketchable into second place over Double R Lawrence. Interesting early sequence of events there that finds Double R Lawrence not only not getting the lead after a pretty good start, Massive, but now finds himself in third place. What do we think about this?
That's what I like to see. I hate to say it, but anytime old Lawrence is actually battling someone in front of him, it's a good day for us.
Indeed it is. I have to imagine he's going to have the pace here at some point. You know, Sketchable is feeling the heat right now. Oh, he's breathing down his neck. Speaking of breathing down the neck, H.E. Pennypacker driving by Mav on those fresh medium tires up into fifth place, already with a penalty. That's not ideal. So let's take a little look through the field here as Double R Lawrence thinks about his next move. Victor Chow starting all the way down here in 9th place, but he's got the soft tires on, looking to make some early moves. We got Sweaty Randall, Fakasha, the Breadman, Spicy Nuggies on the hard strategy here. So he's going to be going long, not having a good time on the hard tires so far. And again, Yuki Tsunoda. Massive, who is Yuki Tsunoda?
Yuki is actually Harmless Target.
Can you just change your username like that?
Well, he is PC, I think.
Oh.
So you can just do whatever you want, whenever you want, if you're on the PC. You ain't got to pay for it or nothing.
So we have some hot racing action here a little bit further down in the field as the Schmers and Senior Heat Gang and Mav are fighting it out. Victor Chaos, excuse me, smells blood on those soft tires. He's going to look to make a move now on Mav if he can. Not able to. DRS open on lap number 3 already here. Interestingly enough, Defy still at the front of the field, but Sketchable has reeled him in a little bit. Down to half a second gap there. Defy is going to be looking in his mirrors, as is Double R Lawrence, because NXR Gifted. I see something bad has happened. Looks like Mav has gone off the track, and now he is in last place. So Harmless Target not doing a very good job here tonight, filling in for the absent Novocaine.
Oh, shit. We're about to have a safety. That's it. Oh, my God.
Oh no. Oh, boy. And Yuki Tsunoda now has run into... Oh, no. Yuki Tsunoda and Spicy Nuggies are out of the race. Safety car. Safety car. Well, Massive. It looks like you saw what happened there. Walk us through it.
Yeah, so I believe I had my camera on KDM. And Spicy had lost the back end on his own, and KDM a little too close for comfort, barely tapped him, and that tap sent him right into the pit wall, right into the entrance of the pit wall, and that was it.
Oh, did he like T-bone the wall?
Yeah, he KDM tagged Spicy's rear end as he was already spinning, and then that just put him wing first right into the corner of that wall.
And then Yuki Tsunoda came by, an innocent bystander, and now he finds himself dead as well.
2 deaths, 4 laps.
That's not a good ratio, Massive. We could end up with 0 drivers by the end of this race if we keep that up.
Well, safety car. What's your prediction here?
Well, we got a couple of people pitting already, and interestingly enough, Massive, Double R Lawrence going into the pits right now. So it's almost like he's doing his own little personal last to first challenge in the middle of the race. Even though he won't go all the way to last, he is going to drop to, looks like 9th position, but he will have fresh medium tires. Not a huge advantage, but he will be faster than everybody else. But what we're going to get to see here, Massive, is what we've always wanted to see, is Double R Lawrence coming through the field.
Yes, and if you don't mind me adding here, Ted, I don't know if you're listening, but I would really push to have 1, maybe 2 reverse grid races, because I would love to see those guys battling it out from the back of the grid, having to side their way through the field while battling each other.
Indeed. You mentioned this last week, Massive. Ted might not appreciate how pushy you're... Actually, in this role, we're talking to Michael Massey. He might not appreciate your Christian Horner strong-arm tactics. You're maybe being a little bit... what's the word that I would look for here?
Positive.
Coercive.
Okay, I'll take that.
Do we need to investigate you, Massive, for your controlling and manipulative behavior?
It's just a suggestion. It's from the fans. I only speak.
I am a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of the idea for all the reasons you gave, Massive. Imagine Double R Lawrence trying to hold back Defy while he's trying to pass the rest of the field, you know? Knowing that Defy is ready to crash into him at any moment.
See, you pick up what I'm putting down here.
I love it. I love it. But we're going to get to see it right now. So the first couple of victims here, Joban Fakasha, Senior Heat Gang, might be best served just letting Double R Lawrence go. Their race is not with him. It's when you get up here to the Schmers. You know the Schmers, Massive. He will not give up anything.
No.
And H.E. Pennypacker already has a penalty.
Yep. That he does. And that is 3 seconds. Believe it or not, he got that on lap 1. Track limits warnings. I don't know how you do that. 3 of them.
That's really impressive, isn't it?
How do you, at Austria? I don't even. Where do you go? except like the tail end of the track where the pit is. Where I don't get it.
So we're going to go on board here with our second place driver, Sketchable, as he is following our leader, Defy. Safety car trundling along, making its way into the pit lane. And then Defy will lead us away here. Where will he go? Will he wait until the final corner? Will he wait until the main pit straight?
We go.
Looks like Defy has gone now. Sketchy gets a wobbly start. Makes up for it a little bit, but Defy has successfully gone. The horse is bolted, so let's follow Double R Lawrence's progress now, because you know he is going to be making immediate progress, and he's already made immediate progress. Already made one move into turn one. Double R Lawrence up into 8th place. And he has a major wobble coming out of turn one, but we have movement up in the front. Sketchable has made the move on Defy. Defy fighting back on the outside. Doesn't need to fight this hard. He just does not know when to give up, does he? Now he's going to lose another place because it looks like NXR Gifted is coming through. Defy has indeed lost another place. Down into 3rd, but Defy looks down the inside of NXR Gifted. Down into turn 4. My goodness me, Defy. We're on lap 7. My God. Chillax. NXR Gifted doesn't want to give this up either, but he's smart enough to do so. Blimey. Defy. All right. Let's get back to Double R Lawrence here. Massive, what you, I'm sure, have been following his progress. What's been going on here?
Oh, buddy, it's like watching Schumacher with his team. Oh, shit, Sweaty Randall.
Oh, no, Sweaty Randall's dead. Were you that far back in the field, Massive? Did you catch that?
No, I was actually, I think I was watching old Lawrence here. As I was going to say, it was like watching Schumacher with all his teammates. Everybody's just moving over, letting them by.
Well, they were doing the right thing, I think.
So, safety car, what do you think this means for Lawrence? Is this good? Is this bad?
I guess it gives him a chance to make up a couple of seconds that I'm sure he lost through some field spread. He continues to have the slightly better tires, but I don't think it's a huge help, really. You know, I'm sure if you're Lawrence, you are going to be doing another stop anyway, so you want to just use the shit out of these mediums, you know? Let's just get it on. Would be his mindset. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, shit him up.
Well, we were paying attention to Lawrence on the main stream while Sketchable made the move on Defy. Massive, I think we have a race here tonight where anyone could win it. We haven't had that for
here we go.
quite a while. Oh, we have pit stops. They're coming off the Horde tire, Massive.
They all coming in.
Very early.
All coming in. Almost all.
Oh.
Lawrence stays
Defy
out.
almost ass-pounding Sketchable, but so Double R Lawrence now is in the lead. Well, what you know.
All right, turning it off.
Victor Chow stays out as well. Let's see where everybody shakes out here. And it looks like somehow that Defy has come out of the pits ahead of Sketchable. While Mav finds himself in 3rd place, he's going to be a roadblock to these guys behind. But Massive, I am surprised that all those guys in the hard tire pitted already. But I don't know. Maybe it's the right move. 26 laps on the medium. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun.
Fun for us. But at the same time, I don't know about you. I'm tired of filling out these witness reports of all these deaths that we watch. The cops coming to my door, finding out what I saw. So far, I got 3 of them to fill out.
Well, we know what happened to Yuki Tsunoda and Spicy Noogies. Is the death to Sweaty Randall? Is that an unsolved case right now?
Yeah, I did not see what happened to Keith Sweat.
That's unfortunate because you want to give closure to his family. You know they want to know what happened to their son, who killed their son. But at least for an hour or so, they're not going to have it.
They're going to say, I need to know what happened to my boy.
That was an unfortunate safety car because it made everyone go into the pits, and now the one thing we didn't want is happen. Double R Lawrence is at the front of the field. He's on a decent tire. Defy, if he gets past Mav, obviously will have a little bit of an advantage, but Double R Lawrence has only done, 2 laps of racing on those tires? They're not old tires at this point. I'm not sure what kind of advantage he'll have. I'm upset.
Don't be upset. We got some good racing ahead of us.
You're right. You're right.
Curtis, a.k.a. Victor Chouse, feeling good about this one.
He is. He is. He's got 5-lap-old tires, like just the same as Double R Lawrence. They haven't been used very much. Let's see if he has the pace to stay within DRS range of Double R Lawrence. That would be an accomplishment in and of itself. Let's get on board with him as we look to end this safety car period.
Well, while you've got it pinned there at the front, I'm going to put it on Sketchy. Who did you say you're watching?
I am watching Victor Chow, so I'm on board, and I'm watching Double R Lawrence. Go, go, go. Before the penultimate corner, Double R Lawrence puts his foot down. Victor Chow's doing his damnedest to keep up. Half a second right now. Not bad from Victor Chouse. Defy already making move down the inside of Mav, so that didn't take long. Defy is not fucking about right now. He sees the 2 cars in front of him. He knows he has better tires, and he wants him to attack immediately. Now Sketchable making the move down the inside of Mav. So Mav not proving to be quite the roadblock I thought he would, and our top 4 drivers are all very quick. They all have pretty similar tires. Let's go. Now NXR Gifted is the next one who needs to make this move on Mav. He cannot fall behind any further, otherwise he's going to lose the train in front of him. But he's got the Schmers for company on the outside. The Schmers looking to make the move on the outside of turn 4. Uh-oh. And NXR Gifted gives him the little Sergio Perez. That was Alex Albon that Lewis Hamilton ran off the track at that point. Lewis Hamilton running Alex Albon off the track. But now NXR Gifted trying to make the move on Mav, but it's too late. He has lost the train in front of him. 2 seconds behind, he is screwed. So that's done.
Look at
And the
this.
Schmers now makes the move on the Mav. So those two are going to be joined at the hip. Maybe if they can work together and get a little DRS train going between them, do a little swapperoo every lap or every DRS zone, they could be in good shape. But as it is right now, we need to turn our eyes to the front of the field because Double R Lawrence is soon going to be under threat from Defy and Sketchable because Defy has already made the move on Victor Chouse. That is 2 down, 1 to go for Defy, and now Victor Chouse is being attacked from Sketchable. Sketchable down the inside. He knows he needs to make this move, otherwise the front 2 are going to drive away from him.
Oh.
Well done from Sketchable. Just sort of eases Victor Chouse to the side there. He's going to have to use a little bit more ERS to make sure he doesn't lose touch with the front 2. So now Defy is hot on the heels of Double R Lawrence. Double R Lawrence feeling it. You know he's cool under the helmet. He's probably just a little worried that Defy might crash into him. Defy is a unpredictable character, to say the least. Here we go. Massive. Here we go.
Here we go.
Double R Lawrence facing adversity.
The doctors.
We're not going to see him drive through the field. At least we have to see him face adversity. DRS activated, up the hill, Defy looking up the inside. Double R Lawrence doesn't fight it.
Oh, look
Lets
at
it
this.
happen. Ooh, spicy now.
Sketchy.
Excuse me, Sketchy looks down the inside of Double R Lawrence. Those two now have DRS. Are they going to fight back on Defy? Defy does not go defensive. And Double R Lawrence looks down the inside, chooses not to do anything about it. Sketchable around the outside, chooses not to do anything about it. Victor Chouse hanging on for dear life back here in 4th place. NXR Gifted massive. Look at him. He's made serious inroads. He has almost caught up with him, and he's got a little bit of ERS to play with. I wonder why he hasn't played with it yet. He's almost up to that train. Look at him. Look at him, massive. He's caught it. He's almost caught it. We could have a 6-car battle, 7, 8-car battle for the lead of the race.
Yeah, we're only just a little past a third of the way into the race, so promising.
Very.
And Victor and Gifted totally benefiting from these front guys fucking about with each other.
They are indeed. You're right. That's probably what has led to the ability for NXR Gifted to catch up. But for some reason, he's refusing to use his ERS, so I guess he thinks these front guys are going to continue playing tummy sticks, and he's going to have an opportunity to catch up to this front pack and become a part of this train. And I wish he would. That would give us an 8-car train at the front of the field. Takasha here getting stranded and 9th, and the guys behind him getting stuck with him. So we probably won't be paying a lot of attention unless they can work their way up to that train we've got up here at the front, because this is going to get interesting. Massive. It's anybody's race between these front 3, I would say, with NXR Gifted. If he would just use some of that goddamn ERS, he could get up there with him.
For our viewers at home, can you let them know what tummy sticks are, or what it is?
What is tummy sticks?
Tell us about tummy sticks.
It's
Could be a long, forlorn term.
it's a it's a colloquial way of describing men fondling each other.
You hear that, everybody? Now you know.
And there you know. Now you know. The more you know. Star across the screen. Sketchable and Double R Lawrence fighting it down into turn 4.
Oh
Double R Lawrence on the older tire, no matter, still able to pass Sketchable. So Double R. Uh-oh, Massive's making noises. I see arrows down here. Joban looks like he's come out the worst because he was off the track. Massive, can you confirm?
Yeah, there was a little bit of a, as Happy Gilmore would say, taparoo at the back. Quite a few taps. Carry on.
Well, Double R Lawrence has weathered the storm. He has passed Sketchable, who I want to keep calling Spicy Noogies for some reason. I'm so disappointed that Spicy Noogies is out of this race, and I'm sure he's even more disappointed than I am. I bet he was really looking to go long on those hard tires. Massive, I bet he wouldn't have pitted. He would be at the front of the field right now.
Yeah, earlier
defending
said,
like a lion.
He said, I decided to introduce my face to the safety car entry wall, and boy did he ever. That was a hard hello.
Well, at least he can see the brighter side, you know, the funny side.
Can't wait to watch that on replay. Not because it's spicy. That was just, man, that was so unfortunate. It was the worst place to receive that little tap.
Somewhat interestingly here, Double R Lawrence has, well, for a second there, he had lost the DRS. He has regained it now on Defy, but Defy, I mean, impressive so far. Really, really impressive. No penalties. Hasn't crashed into anybody yet. Leading the race on the best tire strategy. I mean, this is pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, as much as I'm really not a fan of Austria, it does lend to some very good wheel-to-wheel racing and some real deaths. Both exciting for us. So it's part Formula One race, part Faces of Death. That's what Austria is.
Wow, Faces of Death. What a reference that is.
I mean, you go to Blockbuster in the horror section. Here it is, Austria GP 2024.
Wow, you know what's a horror right now, Massive, is Double R Lawrence seems to have lost some pace. in a big way because he has now been passed by Sketchable. Of course, he now has the DRS. He can fight back, but I think he knows it might be a better idea to let Sketchable try and go catch up with Defy.
We've had some
Double R Lawrence.
Go ahead.
No. I was just going to say Double R Lawrence is struggling right now.
Yeah, he's praying for another safety car.
Yes, I think if there was another safety car, everybody would just go in and put some mediums on right now. So that would sort of be fun. I don't know. What would you rather see, Massive? This sort of offset tire strategy, or everybody on the same tires and let's just be even and see who's fastest?
Well, you already know I'm going to say some stupid shit. I want everybody to throw on the wets and just...
Yes.
Let's fucking see it.
Yes. Actually, that is a really fun idea.
It's another idea for Ted.
That's some Bernie Eccleston shit right there.
Yeah.
So ideally here, Sketchable and Double R Lawrence can work together, pull each other along using that DRS, but they have not been able to do so on this lap. And Sketchable really not making any inroads on Defy. So Defy is in a great position right now. I guess the only question here, Massive, is he going to go to the end of the race on these medium tires?
How many laps is that? 18? 17? I can't count.
17 more laps. That's a lot.
Yeah, that is quite a bit. We've had some fairly decent Twitch response in our chat box. So guys, keep it up. Ask all the hard questions. Let us know what you'd like us to talk about so that we won't do it. We'll just ignore you.
If you if you need advice on anything, you can ask Massive and I, and I'm sure we could, between the two of us, figure it out for you. If you got any problems that need taken care of, Massive and I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Oh, look at this. In the middle here, middle of the pack.
Yeah, are you watching this Schmurz Heat Gang battle?
Oh, yeah.
So NXR Gifted fell off this main the front train, but he's found a little train of his own up here with NXR Gifted. We got Victor Chaus, the Schmurz Senior Heat Gang, and HE Pennypackers. That's a fun little group.
Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
Safety car.
Yeah, two of those group members have gone now. Victor Chaus spun out right in front of the pit lane, said this would be a good time to get some new, fresh tars. And Schmurz is now getting passed by everybody very sadly at the end of the field. So we saw the two of them spun around in a circle. Massive. I didn't catch exactly what happened there, but it looked bad.
Yep. Same part of the track as Spicy's untimely death. We almost saw shades of Spicy's murder all over again. Luckily for these guys, they escaped, I think, unscathed. I think it was just a tap and a spin. So, if Laurence was listening to the our little Twitch podcast, he was like, yes. Only let down seconds later to see no safety car.
Indeed.
Oh, we got a time penalty.
So HE Pennypacker into the pits on 12-lap-old mediums. So maybe that tells us something about what these front runners are going to be doing here at some point soon here. Massive. HE Pennypacker gets a set of hard tires. That does not seem like the right tire. I have to be honest with you. As Double R Lawrence has indeed now passed Sketchable, those two really need to work together to catch up to Defy up here at the front. The one pressing issue here are these medium tires. Can they go to the end of the race? And if they can't, if they somehow discover on lap, 33, 34 that their plan has backfired, then Senior Heat Gang potentially, with a chance to win this race, as it looks like Double R Lawrence is coming into the pits. So the jig is up for Double R Lawrence. He's coming into the pits for what you would assume at this point is probably going to be a fresh set of softs.
Yeah, I believe it.
Now he goes mediums, Massive. He goes mediums.
Goes on to the meads. I'd like to point out in P6, thanks to the pit overtaking of Lawrence, we have our current Wednesday night WTF points leader, EM, battling it out with Kasha.
So he's getting his call up to the big time, huh?
I think this is it. This is his Ollie Behrman moment.
Oh no, Massive!
Shit.
Oh no, two bad things have happened at once. So just as you mentioned how good he was doing, KDM finds himself into the wall. Even more importantly, Defy has got the 3-second penalty we knew would come, Massive, and it has come. And now a 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane. Defy's night is over in the span of 10 seconds.
Double damn.
An absolute meltdown from Defy. Oh my God.
KDM now having to pit after that extremely unfortunate contact. He's got wing damage. How is this going to play out for Lawrence?
Indeed. So yeah, let's keep an eye on Lawrence. Thank you for reminding me, because now he has got to work his way through the field, potentially ruining any undercut opportunity he may have had here. He finds himself now behind Fakasha, who does have DRS, but I don't think it's going to matter. Fakasha should be smart enough to let Double R Lawrence go, and he in fact is. So now Double R Lawrence right behind right behind Defy, going to be in DRS range. Funnily enough, he comes upon Defy now with 5 seconds in penalties. What, 8 seconds in penalties now, right?
Yeah, I only saw the 5-second on my screen, but you said he got a 3 as well.
Yeah, let's, you know what? I'll just make sure of that. 8 seconds indeed. It's 8 seconds in penalties for Defy.
Damn.
Deary me. Sketchable has gone onto the soft tire. Sketchable goes aggressive. So he knows the guys ahead of him have got a little bit of an undercut, so he's got some time to make up, and he's going to do so with those soft tires. NXR Gifted behind him also has a penalty, but he goes on those soft tires. He goes aggressive. So the Schmers is the last one to come in, along with Fakasha. Fakasha has gone into the pits now, goes onto the fresh soft tires. So the Schmer is the last one on track. So we've got hot racing action everywhere. Let's take a look. Sketchable fighting around the outside of H.E. Pennypacker. He's got the extra grip, so that'll be no problem. He'll make that move. He's going to have to hold on to it, though. H.E. Pennypacker trying to go around the outside. Sketchable's going to have to defend here. I think he's going to successfully do so with those fresh, soft tires. But H.E. Pennypacker now going around the outside after turn 4, gets an excellent run down into the double left. Sketchable holds it down the inside. It looks like Sketchable is going to hold on to this position. H.E. Pennypacker, though, fighting like crazy.
Oh, man. Getting dicey.
He's still fighting like crazy. He is ruining Sketchable's time right now.
Oh, God.
Doesn't just fight like crazy.
Shit.
Eventually, he makes the move, but now, uh-oh. So H.E. Pennypacker looked like he was going to go to the pit lane because he lost it there.
He got shoved.
I wonder if Sketchable had anything to do with that.
He did. I'd like to point
give him
out
a little taparoo.
Yeah, I'd like to point out Defy has got himself yet another 3-second penalty. Man, took that race and just chucked it into the toilet bowl.
Wow.
Well,
he might still yet get a podium here.
Race win, I should say.
Yeah. But he might get a podium still. He has a chance for a podium as NXR Gifted and Victor Chaus are fighting here. NXR Gifted, of course, on those fresh new tires. A lot of penalties here. Not something we see a lot on Friday Night Lights, the Premier League of Formula Worldwide Leagues. So, Sketchable, Massive, I'm surprised that Double R Lawrence was able to pull a 6.5-second undercut. Do you think that Sketchable lost that much time behind H.E. Pennypacker?
Shit, man. That's all I got to say to that. I really don't
Yeah,
know.
shit.
6
That's
seconds.
a lot,
though,
right?
That's a massive amount of time. That's why he dumped him into the pit. He said, man, fuck off. I am tired of this.
So now NXR Gifted and Sketchable looking to work together. Maybe they can pull the old DRS switcheroo up and down the track, pulling each other along. That's what they need right now. NXR Gifted goes wide, opens the door for Sketchable, but Sketchable says, no, I'm good. So Sketchable's going to let NXR pull him along for a little while. Double R Lawrence sitting pretty here in 3rd place. It's about to be 2nd place when they pass the ailing Senior Heat Gang.
Yes. So you know what we're missing?
So, sorry, yeah. Well, besides Scarthers?
Well, that's a given. We're missing a woman's touch because Novogaine's not with us. Therefore, his race engineer also absent, and then Scorenzio left us.
Yep.
So his wife and mother of 10 or however many kids they had, she's gone. She gone.
Yep.
Does anybody else here?
I think she has enough to live in a shoe, Massive.
Yeah. The kids ain't gonna get that one. They don't know what that means. None of these drivers have ladies, except for Sketchy.
The rest of it. Oh no! What? Sketchy had some action going on, didn't he?
Yeah, he had that Latin lady. Much like
He had a
you.
Latin lady. Yeah, I know all about that. He should be very careful about that.
Yeah,
He could spend the rest of his life getting yelled at.
That is a strong roll of the dice.
Yeah, it is. Careful what you wish for. It's kind of like, I would say, like I have 2 Huskies, and people always ask me, like, you know, as Double R Lawrence and Defy are fighting it out up here, somewhat meaningless considering the 11 seconds of penalties. People always ask me, like, you know, should I get a Husky? And I always say, absolutely not. Terrible idea, especially if it's your first dog. So if you're going to marry a Latina lady, I will tell you, Sketchable, at least, you know, have some experience with them. At least know what you're doing before you settle down and pick the final one.
Because a Latina is like a Husky. Lots of hair.
Really,
and
really
real
good
loud.
looking. Yes, really, really good looking and a giant pain in the ass. I mean, it's really, dogs are the same as girls. The better looking they are, the bigger pain in the ass they are.
You got yourself a big girl? I'm down with
Well,
that.
Massive. What's that?
What were you gonna say?
I was going to say, this race has lost a little bit of its luster. You would normally associate different strategies with fun races, but that's just not just how this has turned out, is it?
Yeah, the race kind of I don't want to say it unraveled. That's unfair to say. It definitely did for certain people, though.
Really, we have Defy to blame for this, because if he didn't have all these penalties, we would be having an incredible battle for the win right now.
Yep, and who would have thought, looking at the race earlier, that we'd see Sketchy down in 5th. I don't even know how many seconds off the lead. What is that, like 7-ish seconds, something?
Yeah, that looks like
6.5?
something like that. Yeah, yeah.
He's missing out.
He stayed out too long, didn't he?
Maybe he did.
And NXR Gifted here is in line for a podium. Even with that 3-second penalty, he should be able to cover off the incredible amount of penalties that Defy has got himself here, as now Sketchable goes down the inside of NXR. These two are smart enough not to fight with each other, as NXR just opens the door for Sketchable there as they come up to Senior Heat Gang to steal third place off him.
So I'm a little disappointed.
Massive, I suppose we have 5 laps. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Massive, please.
I was just going to say, I'm a little disappointed, obviously, in Defy for all these silly penalties. But then we've also got KDM down there with 9 seconds of penalties. And old FG Pac-Man, Frank Gifford Pac-Man with 9 as well. How do you get so many penalties
I know.
on a track like this?
It's not good. It's not good. We have about 4 or 5 laps remaining here. Massive, I think now would be a good time to go over our patented segment, everybody's favorite, Cakes and Pies. Cakes and Pies. I know I went first last week. It is your turn to go first.
Well, I mean, I want to come in hot, but I think it's one that I've brought up before that I'd like to expand upon. At Subway, they have this fantastic deal where you can get a box of a dozen cookies for not much at all. I don't know how much it is, but it's not much. And today,
I really wish you could tell me how much it was.
I'm gonna look it up. Hang on. And I got one of my favorite cookies, which is the chocolate chip cookie from Subway. We're gonna look it up. Subway box of. They also have that foot-long cookie. Don't do that. If you're considering doing it, man, you either need to eat it all right there or have somebody to share it with, because it's gonna get all stale and shit later. Don't do the foot-long cookie.
You hear that, kids? Listen to Uncle Massive. He knows what he's talking about.
Man, son of a bitch. How much are these cookies?
You know, I ask Massive because the $5 footlong is now like $12 at Subway. So
Yeah,
I'm dubious that these cookies are regularly priced, or reasonably priced, I should say.
They are, surprisingly. Yeah, I don't know how much it is. Just know it's not much. If you like them, it's worth it.
So, so your contribution to Cakes and Pies this week is a single chocolate chip cookie from Subway.
Well, I had 6.
Oh, wow.
I had half a dozen.
I'm so proud of you.
Out in one sitting, just throughout the day, which is a lot for me. I might do 3 today, 6s. Ooh, buddy, you know what I'm saying? I know that's not impressive to you with all your waffling about.
It is. No, it is
Oreos that
impressive.
you
6 cookies in one day, Massive. That's impressive for anybody. I wouldn't poo-poo that.
No, man, I used to go through a little case, I don't know if they're called case of Oreos a day when I was a kid.
Are you serious?
I used to go through a box of Twinkies a day.
Do you have diabetes?
I was borderline diabetic for a while, and I'm not even kidding when I tell you. I used to, like, you know, the little cup that you've got in your little sugar container, little measuring cup. Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to just like scoop that and pour it straight into my mouth.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god, Massive.
So I don't need anything like that now, but as a kid, man, yeah.
I mean, did you have some sort of mental problem? I mean, what caused this insane behavior?
I think it started with myself and my cousin having a contest to see who could stay awake the longest. And that was one thing that I did to help, which he didn't reciprocated. And then later on, I was like, hey, that cup of sugar, or however much it was, really wasn't too bad.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
Yeah, nothing like that
bless.
now. Jesus.
Well, that's can't believe that. Well,
Well,
thank you
anyway.
for your contribution, Massive. That's fantastic. That's. I should just ask you next time what incredibly odd thing you've eaten for cakes and pies. Cakes and pies. I'll have to make it quick because we're on the final lap here.
Yep.
I bought a pie last Sunday that I have eaten almost all of it. I will be eating the rest of it tonight. It is one of my favorites, the apple crumble pie from K. Roger, my Afghanistan-like Kroger's in my neighborhood as NXR Gifted goes down the inside.
He's
So we've
going
got one
for it.
hot, steamy blast of
He's
DRS
going for
for Sketchable. Is he going to do it? They're going to be going side by side. NXR is certainly going to go defensive, protects the inside. Sketchable round the outside, unable to make the move. NXR Gifted defends brilliantly, holds it up on the exit of the corner so Sketchable can't get the run. He does not look like he's going to have the chance now to pass NXR as long as NXR can hold it close enough to the inside. Oh, looks like Sketchable's got a nose in there. Does he? No, he doesn't.
Sketchable's got a P2 on the
defending.
way.
Who has a P2?
Sketchy.
Sketchy does have a P2. You're right, he does. So look, let's see how it all shaked out here with all the penalties. Double R Lawrence is your winner of the Austrian Grand Prix. Defy goes down to third place so far. Senior Heat Gang, does he have a chance to do anything about this? He does not. So Defy keeps his podium even after all those penalties. Double R Lawrence your winner. Sketchable in second after all of that. Defy in third. NXR Gifted in fourth. What a race there from Senior Heat Gang. 28 laps, Massive, on the Horde tire.
28.
Well done. Victor Chausen sixth. Not what he would have wanted. Looked like Fakasha got some points there. He must be thrilled about that. Well, we're going to get to hopefully talk to Defy on the podium, and we can give him a piece of our mind about ruining that race. So let's get Sketchable in the porty. And NXR Gifted in the porty. I forget. How do I... He's not in my friends. What the... I forget. How do I find Defy Massive? I always forget.
I might be able to invite him. Hang on. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, if you could take care of that, that would be awesome.
Defy, get in here.
Yeah, just make this easy, Defy. Just get in here.
Yeah, just
Don't make me do all the work.
we don't know. I don't know how to do it.
I forgot I did it before, and now I forgot.
I don't
don't
remember.
remember. Why am I such a stupid... chat request? I mean, oh, there it is. Let's see. No. Phone notification sent. Ooh, I don't know. I might have sent a phone notification to Defy just now. Whatever. All I want to do is yell at him anyway. Let's get to our second place driver. Sketchable, I'm sorry for all that delay. After all of that, Sketchable, it didn't look like it was going to work out for you. Then some people in front of you got some penalties and you end up in second place. What say you?
I expected a P2. That's all I really have to say. I cannot deal with this guy anymore. I'm just gonna be satisfied with P2 every race now.
But the thing is, though, Sketchable, Defy ruined everything. He could have got P1. Could have been a fight for the win, so you actually could have been third.
Yeah, I mean, it could be worse.
Yeah, see, there you go. Could be worse. Well, either way, Sketchable, a second place, and you're just that much closer to finally being able to quit F1 I know you're looking forward to that.
Once I get second place, I'm retiring. It's that easy. I'm too burnt out to play this game.
I understand that. I understand that. This game is absolutely terrible, and I appreciate you showing up so often for it, providing us with all the hot racing action you can. Thank you so much, Sketchable, for everything you do for all of us. Thanks for joining us on tonight's podium.
Thank you.
All right, so now let's go to our third place driver. Defy, make sure the appropriate boxes are checked on your end because I want to make sure everybody out there can hear you. You ruined tonight's race, young man, with all of your goddamn penalties. What have you done?
Well, I think I got 11 seconds of penalties in the span of 2 laps from being on one warning. And I almost got that up to 14 seconds, but yeah, so basically what happened is I was trying to block off the undercut from Lawrence. So I was pushing super hard on my ERS and tires, and I got a huge snap out of, I think it's turn 7 or 8. That got me my first warning, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna send into the pits, make up some time. And of course, I sped into the pits, and then on pit exit, I wasn't expecting the cold tires, and in the span of 1 lap, I managed to get 3 more warnings. So
It was really a spectacular meltdown, a meltdown for the ages.
yeah,
And honestly, it ruined what would have been a really tremendous race there at the end with Double R Lawrence. You obviously had enough pace to beat him on track. You must be so disappointed with yourself right now. You must feel like such a stupid idiot.
I feel like I just come into this channel every night for you guys to just bully me, but I do kind of feel stupid, but you know.
Untrue, Defy, untrue. You are our one hope. You are the beacon of light against the darkness that is Double R Lawrence. We are rooting for you. The complete opposite of that is true. We're just disappointed when you don't succeed when we're rooting so hard for you to do so. That's all.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I will be back up there. Probably not for Miami, because it's a terrible track. But Portimao, one of my best tracks. I will be looking to hopefully take home the win, and hopefully I can get another chance at it because, well, today I had the pace, and I don't know. I just kind of had those two. It's those 2 laps. You always have that 2 lap period, whether it's a crossover phase on tires, you change tires. For my instance, where I don't know, you just fall apart. I didn't hit a single apex or stay on track, so you know.
Yep, well, you blew it like a dick, Defy, but better luck next week. Thank you so much for joining us here on the podium interview and facing up to your critics. That's what a man does, Defy. We appreciate that. Congratulations on third place. We'll talk to you next week.
Yep. Talk to you next week, man. GG.
All right, so now let's go to our fourth place driver, NXR Gifted. NXR, thank you so much for joining us and waiting for our other two drivers to waffle on about their races. Just tell us what you want to tell us. I mean, you got a penalty there. That was probably disappointing because you knew that the battle you had with Sketchable ultimately meant nothing, but it must have been fun there for a little while. No?
It was, and definitely the last lap it did mean something with I told Sketchy since we're in a party chat together, I'm going for a move if I'm close enough, and he let me by. And he decided to go for a switchback into turn 4. I defended it, of course, beautifully, because he's not getting past
You
my
did.
my
You
fat
did.
ass.
I saw it. I commented on it.
But in me doing that, I had about 7.5 seconds to Zephy. And because he had 11 and I had 3 seconds of penalties, it was an 8-second gap I needed to keep for a podium. And with Sketchy making me defend, I lost that half second.
Wow. Well, so you won the battle, but you lost the war, so to speak.
Yep.
Um,
Sadly, yes.
Yeah, so actually, the one question I have for you before we go here, you and Sketchable waited a couple laps to go into the pits, and that undercut cost you about 6.5 to 7 seconds. Were you surprised at the undercut that Defy and Double R Lawrence were able to pull on the medium tires, no less?
No, me and Sketchy pretty much accepted that we weren't going to be able to get back into that fight after that first safety car. So we just decided to go for that P3 with heat gain falling back on super old hards.
Yeah,
So we
well,
decided
that
go
sounded like
for
one.
softs instead of mediums.
That sounds like the most sad sack party chat between you and Sketchable. They're just accepting defeat. I hate to hear that, NXR, and I can hear it in your voice. But either way, a good finish in fourth place for you tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yep, I beat Curtis again. I'm coming for that P3.
You hear that, Curtis? You hear that? NXR's coming for you. So, Massive, that'll do it for us tonight. Before we go, is there anything you'd like to share with everyone? Any nuggets of wisdom?
It's funny
Before
that
we
you
go?
bring up food nuggets. $6.49. I found it. Chocolate chip
That's
cookies.
not a bad deal.
A
That's
dozen.
not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. So that's a pretty solid contribution from Massive there. A 12-pack of chocolate chip cookies from Subway, $6.49. Get your ass down to your local Subway and get yourself a dozen chocolate chip cookies. That is going to do it for us tonight for Massive. For everyone out there, thank you so much for joining us to our 15 or 16. I can't remember how many drivers it was, but thanks to all those guys for joining us as well. We will see you next week. Sounds like we're going to be in Miami. I'll see you in Miami. Until then, this is DonutPuncher 272 saying good night.